what a beautiful morning it is. Only this isn't an ordinary morning. It's your birthday, bro. Let's get this day started. You go downstairs and you see a surprise party just for you. You got family, friends, loved ones, even freaking Elon Musk is here. What a great surprise this is. And it's loaded with cake and lots of presents. As you're opening your presents, you notice that your cool mom gave you pretty much everything you asked for. And Nintendo Switch? That's cool. Some video games to go along with it? That's cool. Some new Jordans that are not fake. And the best of them all, Five Nights at Freddy's. That's right, your mom took the liberty of going into your computer and downloading you a copy of Five Nights at Freddy's. She said her friend from work named Janet gave her a link to one of the best copies of the game known to mankind. So you hop open your computer and let's play this. My gosh, I'm so excited. What the hell? Five Nights at Freddy's CDs. Okay, Mom, that's cool. Yeah, you can, I don't know what did. Whoa, why the office look like that? That's, this looks like an NES game if we're being honest with each other. Is this my laptop or is this an Android? Why Freddy be looking like that? What's wrong with Freddy? Excuse me, what was that, a jump scare? What the fuck? Hey, yo, what the fuck? You, my friend, just downloaded the Five Nights at Freddy's ransomware. Well, how did we get here? Well, you can ask your mom's friend, Janet. She's the one that gave your mom a free copy of the video game. Don't you know you're supposed to pay for video games? Nothing's free. Now enjoy this anti-piracy ad right here. That's gonna scare you and traumatize you for the next week, you dumb
Look, we've all been there growing up. We've all gone on our parents' computer and looked up Minecraft 2012, full game, free download, no viruses, no scam, 100% the real deal. I'm just like you. Don't lie and say you haven't done that before. I've done it and cried many times. And we've wrecked our computers. Trust me. We've wrecked plenty of computers doing that. So I'm not the only one out here doing that.
Okay. For real. I'll be for real, though. This is the Fnaf ransomware, which is actually a subgenre of Five Nights at Freddy's that has sparked in popularity as of recently. If you're unfamiliar with what Fnaf ransomware is, I'm going to get into that later on into this video. But before I even dive into what the Fnaf ransomware is, I want to clue some people in on what ransomware is to begin with. Ransomware is a type of malicious software designed to block access to a computer system until a sum of money is paid. Basically, what this is saying is that if you download any sketchy links or any games that were not trustworthy, somebody is going to gain access to every little thing on your computer. I'm talking all your files, all your personal information, even all your video games, bro. They're taking over the computer, and the only way to unlock every one of these files is to pay whatever sum of money they request, whether it's $1,000 or $3,000, and there's literally no way to unlock any of this unless you're like a level 9 hacker, unless you know exactly what you're doing. But 9 out of 10 people out there don't know how to do that. So ransomware is not something you want to mess with, and that is something that we're looking into in the Fnaf ransomware game. So where did this Fnaf ransomware even come from? Well, a video uploaded onto YouTube titled Five Nights at Freddy's CDs ransomware game was uploaded on February 3rd, 2024. The description reads, something you would see in a fever dream, and he puts a link to the original video, which was uploaded to the Internet Archive website. That one was uploaded on January 10th, 2024. So it looks like he may have found this video on there. I'm not quite sure if the Internet Archive version was uploaded to YouTube or if it was just on that website, but I don't know. And basically in this video, it shows him what the Fnaf ransomware is. It opens up with what seems to be like some Windows 7 looking desktop, honestly. It looks like the first ever computer I ever owned, which was a Dell 2007 model. Yeah, I'm that kind of guy. I'm cool like that. Anyway, on his little notepad, it says, "Hi everyone, welcome to the video. Today I found a free version of Fnaf. I will provide a link to it in the description. So let's play." And as you can see, the little link that's attached to the Five Nights at Freddy's has nothing to do with the game itself and looks more just like a little gear that's green in the center. And once you open up the game, before the game even starts, you can see like how in every game they have those little quick images that pop up. This one shows Freddy with yellow eyes, no hat, and it doesn't seem to appear he has a microphone, and it lists Five Nights at Freddy's free edition by, and it's blurred out for who created the game. And if that wasn't a big enough red flag as its own, the main menu will send you either terrified or laughing at how stupid this is. The main menu looks absolutely nothing like the original menu, and it even doesn't even pronounce the game right. Five Night at Freddy's CDs. Like, what the hell? Who the hell came up with this right there? That's honestly laughable, but it's not meant to make you laugh. It's kind of meant to have you scared. So the options are play, optionals, and close. And you can even see Freddy in the bottom right corner looking very, very happy. And then it says, is sin? Question mark 1823. No idea what the hell that means. Not a single clue. But let's proceed on into here. Alright guys, so this is the Office and the ransomware version of SETIs. Go ahead and tell me right now in the comment section below if you could spot the difference between this one and the original, because there's not many. Obviously sarcasm. This honestly looks like the Android version of the Five Nights at Freddy's game right here, and whenever you enter the camera system, all you see is this janky looking Freddy who, instead of giving a creepy vibe, looks more like a chocolate Easter bunny that just had its ears bitten off, and he's not very thrilled about it. And over here you see Cam AI, Cam 1B, some cams are spelled backwards, and you have a giant icon that says close in your bottom right corner. And it's also worth mentioning that Bonnie and Chica are not present in this video at all, or in this camera. Whenever he leaves the camera, it goes right back to the office, where for some reason it gets darker and darker, and then this happens. Yeah, like that's supposed to be like some kind of a jump scare, I guess. They don't even have like a scream or anything. Like, they weren't even trying with this one. Once you end up dying, it says, hey now, the game has paid version. Now we show you. Free download link /Bitcoin. Take the time you have now. Love forever plus. And then it seems what maybe is a Bible quote. I'm not very familiar with it. You could look it up if you'd like. But so the dude eventually ends up leaving the game and goes back to his main screen, where it is pitch black, and in the top right corner you can see a little folder that says hack RE ... So the person tries to log off on their computer, and it looks like they ended up punching a hole in their laptop, as it's looking very janky and somewhat broken. As the dude starts up his Windows once again, you can still see it there in the welcome icon, and then boom, you see right here, you violated law. It is afflicted to escape this. You have bone bad. Do you know what you did? Stealing from our friends are not allowed. Lost money, budget, sales, you tried to steal. From us7.org, we dedicated to stopping others from stealing our dedicated and creative game creators. To get back your file, send a 1.34521 Bitcoin to wallet below. You have 1 hour to do this. And the video ends. So, what did we learn from here? Well, number one, we learned that you shouldn't be downloading any games for free whatsoever. That's one thing. Number two is that ransomware does exist and is out there. So, eventually, somehow, this ended up sparking in popularity, and there was a lot more videos made out there about Fnaf ransomware, even going as far as people making their own Fnaf ransomware video games that are downloaded out there. A YouTuber by the name of Iman, sorry if I butchered your name, ended up uploading a video titled, I downloaded a Fnaf virus game. And this video looks like an ordinary video, but in it he mentions that the game was listed on GameJolt, but for some reason was taken down. And the only way for him to actually play the game was to find this archive version that he found on the internet. But whenever he ended up downloading it, Chrome came up and said Five Nights at Free edition has blocked because the file isn't completely downloaded and it may be dangerous. This was his computer's way of saying maybe you shouldn't download this. And once he got to his main screen, the link that he used to download it titled unconfirmed 39478.crd. Now, I'm not sure if that's just Windows configuring some random name for this weird file that shouldn't have been downloaded to the computer, or if this is the actual file name. Very unaware of that, but he ended up running some tests on the file to see if there was anything dangerous or malicious attached to the file, and he couldn't find anything for it, and his computer eventually ended up letting him downloading it. Once he ended up getting it on his computer, though, you could see this very unnerving image of Freddy right here, or what I am presumed to be Freddy. And then once he ended up starting up the game, his computer still was trying to get him not to play it. It said his running this app might put your PC at risk. It is an unknown publisher, and his Windows was not very familiar with this game at all, or why he even downloaded it to begin with. Eventually, he ended up clicking run anyway, and it launched him right into the video game. The video goes pretty much as any other video that he makes, and it's just a really creepy version of what looks to be like Fnaf ransomware. This one looks like a legit ransomware game compared to the other one. You see a lot of noticeable differences. First of all, it looks like whenever you see the camera, it's a lot brighter. There's only 2 cameras to use. The office looks really weird and creepy, and the jump scares are just they're just a little weird. And whenever you end up dying, you get this really, really creepy screen right here. This very, very unnerving looking Freddy screen. So in the end, he ended up deleting the game from his computer because he obviously didn't trust it or anything of it. And I don't blame the man whatsoever at all. Personally, I would have downloaded the video game to begin with anyway. But that wasn't the end of Fnaf ransomware. Not long after the original ransomware was uploaded, a lot of people started making anti-piracy pictures of ransomware. You know how back in the day they had that one commercial about like you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a purse, so why would you steal movies? Something like that down the line of that. Back then, piracy was a pretty big thing because the internet was slowly becoming bigger and bigger, and a lot of people started pirating movies and games. So you see a lot of piracy ads out there, a lot of creepy looking piracy pictures, and a lot of people back then were complaining about, ooh, it was too scary for my child, it was too scary for me. Well, that's the kind of the idea of why it is, because piracy is illegal and you shouldn't be doing it. But I'm getting off topic. A lot of people ended up making their own Fnaf piracy pictures, kind of like this one right here, which is like one of the more popular ones out there, and they ended up creeping out a lot of people, and it's very unnerving, not gonna lie. I would not want to wake up to this in my dreams whatsoever, but this is nightmare fuel. This one says, "You idiot. It is illegal to pirate Scott's games. There is no way to play his games free. Give me money or your computer goes night-night. Freedy said Bear 2. One day remains." And after that, that was kind of it in terms of Fnaf ransomware. Oh, no, it wasn't actually, because there was an entire genre made for it. You got the second one, the third one, the fourth one, more of the fourth one, sister location. You got lots of Fnaf ransomware now, which all leads to the biggest question of them all. Is Fnaf ransomware real? Drum roll, please, ladies and gentlemen. The answer is no. None of these ransomware video games are real. And any of the videos that you see online are not real. Fnaf ransomware falls into the genre of analog horror, which Five Nights at Freddy's is no stranger to. In fact, analog horror and Five Nights at Freddy's go together like milk and cereal. You just can't keep them apart. And honestly, they do a really good job when it comes to these videos. Despite all these videos being fake and not genuine games, they're actually really entertaining and they look very legit out there. And I can't imagine, anybody actually faking a ransomware game, but here we are now with people faking Five Nights at Freddy's ransomware. But I just want to put this quick little disclaimer out there before we go any further. please do not pirate any video games at all, whether it's Five Nights at Freddy's or whether it's Scott Cawthon's games or just any other game developer out there. A lot of these game developers put a lot of hard work into all these games. There's a reason why they cost money. They want to make it in the big world just like you do. It's a hard time today, you know? So they want to make money. Don't go pirating anybody's games. That honestly, it's rude. That's nothing you should be doing right there. And secondly, I also want to come out and say this. You also should not be clicking on any suspicious links out there at all. I know a lot of people are going to want to go play the actual FNAF ransomware games, and I understand that. I really do. I'd want to play it myself, and when I first found out about this, I wanted to play it, but it's just not safe to do any of that. Just because these ransomware videos aren't real doesn't mean that's going to stop somebody from making an actual FNAF ransomware game. So the way I look at it is this. There are two official gaming websites where you can get your best games without getting any viruses, and that's Steam and GameJolt. Obviously, there's a lot more out there, but my personal two favorites are those two. And with me, if I don't find a video game off of either one of those websites, I'm not downloading it. It's so easy for somebody to take over your computer by clicking on suspicious links this day and age and just downloading unknown files that you think are just friendly files, but in reality are taking over your entire computer. And I don't feel like spending $6,000 a pop to get my files back on my computer. No, thank you. I'll keep it myself. So just going forward, guys, if you want to play any of the FNAF ransomware games, don't. If you want to watch them, they're on YouTube. Every single FNAF ransomware video game out there is uploaded on YouTube. The games are not even that fun. It's honestly just an experiment that a lot of people made. If you want to watch it, like I said, go on YouTube, watch anime play it, watch other people play it. It's not that fun of a game, honestly. So, yeah, while FNAF ransomware isn't the real deal, there could actually be FNAF viruses out there. So just please proceed with caution. We've all been there before, okay? Downloading Minecraft 2012 free game, download, no viruses on our parents' computer, and it ends up just crashing. We've all been there. I've been there. You've been there. Don't lie. I know you have. And it's not cool, guys. Seriously. So just be aware, be careful, and be safe. Or if you're going to end up trying to download any of these games, at least have some kind of VPN or something that's going to protect you. I don't know. Just be protected. Like I said, there are other ones outside of the original Five Nights at Freddy's, like 15 at Freddy 3, which is more comical than it is scary. It's the FNAF 3 ransomware. When you start out the game, it starts at 4 p.m. first time, and when you get into the office, it's just a big flashbang that comes up, completely blinds you, and then it goes completely dark to where you can't hardly even see anything at all. And it looks like Springtrap or maybe Foxy jump scares you in this video, and then a security thing comes up. I'm guessing this is Springtrap. I can't be 100% sure. This video is only 1 minute and 50 seconds long, so it isn't that big, but you do see another anti-piracy screen that says, hello, your file will be destroyed and they will be gone forever in 30 minutes. To get your files back, you must pay us $300 in Bitcoin. 30 minutes left. Yeah, so the FNAF ransomware games do get a little bit more comedic later on down the road than they do scary, but they still are kind of, a good representation of what can actually happen. You see, if your computer does end up getting taken over by ransomware, you may not see screens exactly like this, but whenever you go to click on some of your files, an image will likely pop up with a description very similar to these, letting people know that you owe them such and such money on Bitcoin to unlock your computer. And 9 times out of 10, it's not $300. That's relatively cheap, and I've never ran into anybody that's been hacked that's happened to, but I'd imagine it's a lot more than $300. So once again, be careful out there. It's a really, really rough world that we live in, full of very evil people out there that will stop at nothing to get money from you, your personal data, or just try to ruin your life. So be careful and be safe out there. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Consider hitting the subscribe button. I love you guys so much. Subscribe. Be safe. Don't be stupid. And I will see y'all in the next one.